This course is brought to you by USAA. We would like to thank USAA for their generosity in making this course possible.
I'm so pleased that you were able to set aside this time to listen to this presentation. We all know how difficult it can be to take the time to focus on you and your own needs. The topic for this presentation is creating a space for you, caring for a loved one at home. The presentation will focus on exploring the unique challenges of caring for a veteran whose illness or injury can make it a challenge to leave the home, whether for medical appointments, trips, or even a short drive into town. Caregiving for a loved one is truly a gift of your energy and attention. And while it can provide you with great satisfaction, it can also stress and strain the caregiver. Caring for someone for whom leaving the home may be difficult can significantly impact the caregiver's ability to come and go freely, and naturally, this may color the experience of caregiving. I hope to look at how caregiving may impact you, the challenges you face, and begin to explore ideas that may help you create the sacred space you need to take care of yourself. I will actually start today by taking apart the word homebound, and will explore the potential meanings one might attribute to the words home and bound. Each one of us has our own personal feelings, images, thoughts, memories, and beliefs that come to mind when we think of home. What does home mean to you? Is home a place of comfort? Is home where your heart is? Is it a place of conflict or uncertainty? Is home a source of pride? Does it reflect who you are or what matters to you? Your current experience of home will either positively support your caregiving experience or potentially make it more difficult. Even if your home is a place of great comfort, security, order, and beauty, being bound to it can feel restrictive unless you're able to work within these confines to create a space for you. There are so many aspects to explore when we're talking about what home may provide for us. In the best of all worlds, a home is created to provide you safety and protection. Home provides comfort and nurturance. Home is an expression of who you are, and it is also a place that reflects what is meaningful and what matters to you. Home provides a retreat from a hectic or chaotic world. It is a place you often share with loved ones, and is an environment that holds your treasured memories. All of these aspects of home can in fact provide for you when you are feeling stressed, vulnerable, injured, lost, or unsure of yourself. It is a source of your resilience and strength. But what happens when you are restricted to this environment and unable to leave freely? Even in the most pleasant and supportive environment, not being able to leave freely may override the positive gifts and can cause one to lose sight of its nurturing aspects. Think of how often you hear yourself or others state that they have no control and no choice. I have to do this. There isn't anything else. There's nothing I can do. If you do not see or accept the real choice that you make, you will naturally succumb to the bitter, angry, helpless, or hopeless feelings that can take over when you view of yourself as trapped and without choice. How do you change that? What can you do to alter your viewpoint? Recognizing the real choices that you have and that you are making in your life is empowering, and one potential way to positively impact your perspective. Seeing that you always have choices can be a tough idea to truly grasp. The choices you are making may be difficult. You may be choosing between one difficult solution versus another. For example, maybe you care for a loved one at home, in part because of the financial strain of a care facility is a consequence that would also negatively impact you in some way. There is still a choice there that you are making. A difficult and maybe even a seemingly impossible one, yes, but a choice nonetheless. Even in the most difficult of circumstances, you do continue to hold the responsibility and the power to choose, whether that choice is to alter the situation or alter your perspective. It may seem like a silly mind trick to accept the choices that are yours to make. For example, if each day I am saying to myself, I choose to be the caregiver for my loved one, not because I have to do it, not because no one else will do it. I am doing it because I feel it is right for me. How does caring for your loved one at home uniquely impact you? How can you develop strategies to offset the impact of caregiving? Being confined can, in and of itself, impact your perspective. How may it impact emotions? Does being confined intensify some emotions? What might it do to your thinking? When I picture powerful emotions that are bound to a contained environment, I imagine a pressure cooker. Unless one is able to find a regular release, the emotions naturally build and intensify, and the pressure and negative impact will more profoundly affect your whole system, physically, mentally, and spiritually. If, for example, you are getting more and more frustrated each day, but not expressing or releasing it in some way, what do you imagine the impact might be? Maybe you will resent your loved one or say harsh words that you don't mean. Maybe you will get headaches, have trouble sleeping, or maybe you start turning inward and isolate yourself. The very fact that you are confined can potentially heighten the intensity of your feelings, particularly of your energy depleting emotions like anger, impatience, frustration, boredom, and despair. These difficult feelings in the context of being home may take on larger dimensions if left to build and fester. Caring for your feelings includes identifying or naming them so you can listen to the important information they're trying to tell you, and releasing them so they aren't shoved into that pressure cooker waiting to blow. We are talking about paying attention so that you acknowledging, naming, learning from, and letting go of them so they're not building up and causing you harm. All of your feelings are valuable sources of information. If you don't listen to those feelings, you not only feel the negative effects on your well-being, but you will also be compromising your sense of self and what matters to you. If you are able to recognize and appropriately release your feelings, the more energy, confidence, and vitality you will bring to the present moment. There are many ways that you may practice paying attention to and releasing your feelings. Some people write in a journal, some people meditate, some pay attention and find release during exercise. The important piece is to attend to the vital information that your feelings are trying to relay to you. The important piece is not to push them aside so that their force intensifies. What daily rituals do you keep to pay attention to how you are feeling? What ways have you found to help you let go of feelings that are pent up? Is it exercise or meditation that helps you? Is it watching a sad movie and having a good cry? Is it digging in the garden or writing a journal? Is it speaking up and setting some limits with someone? Maybe you find calling a friend who will listen to be helpful. Think about how you are feeling today and what may help you listen and care for the feelings you are having. Attention to your physical well-being can reinforce that you matter and can help you relieve the stress and strain you feel with some simple daily moments of care. Consider how you might want to care for your physical well-being. Brainstorm some options, whether it is listening to a meditation tape, walking and yoga, sitting and enjoying meals, stretching, or even taking your medicine as prescribed. Finally, I want to take a look at the impact of being confined and focusing your energy and attention on caregiving, and the potential impact this has on your connections to others. Maybe friends and family have distanced themselves or left you behind. You may struggle to leave the home because it's too difficult for your loved one, or find there are few options or supports to offer you a break. This is where creative thinking, persistence, and planning become critical to maintaining connections. Have you noticed how a brief telephone call or a letter from a friend can brighten your whole outlook? There are many ways you may reach out to connect to others. Maybe you use letters, telephones, computers, email, or Skype to connect with family and friends. Maybe you join an online, over the phone, or in-person support group. Maybe you connect with a neighbor over the fence and share gardening tips. Maybe you invite friends over to visit or share a meal. You may join an online class or caregiver blog to connect with others. Whatever way you are able to connect with others, the better your spirits will be. It may not be easy, and it may mean getting creative and intentional to make these connections possible. We hope our presentation has helped you find ways to expand your view of the world inside and outside of your doors, and the options you may consider when you are struggling to care for yourself. We hope that we have helped you recognize and validate the challenges, the difficult choices you make, and encourage you owning those choices, which will empower you. We hope that paying attention to your feelings, learning from them and releasing them will provide relief and clarity. Setting boundaries and limits, making room for your feelings and needs will take a concerted effort. You are worth the effort. You are worth the effort of attending to your feelings, of finding ways to stimulate your mind, to care for your well-being, to reach out to others, to enjoy the wonder of nature, to share your gifts, and to remind yourself of your value and worth. If you become discouraged or stuck, we are here to remind you that you matter. It simply requires you reaching out. I hope you have found this presentation a worthy use of your time. Thank you for listening.
If you have any questions or need assistance, go to the PsychArmor website or call the PsychArmor support line at 844-779-2427. Thank you for completing this course and taking that one step further in learning about our American veterans.